Haven't spoken to about 50 people now in the past 2 months, especially people who connect with the topics of emotional neglect, emotional abuse, being raised in difficult households where parents may not have been most prepared or emotionally mature parents that they could have been, right? Been there for them in compassionate, empathic ways. Uh, the people that I've spoken to very commonly express wanting to have more confidence in themselves, in their own words, in their own actions, without having to constantly be self-doubting, right? Second guessing themselves and always anxious about what others are going to do or say, placing a lot of importance on others' perspectives or thoughts on them, right? What I find is that this is a result of never being able to be assertive, express themselves, bounce ideas off, or even just simply challenge a parent in any way, right? For more clarity in what they're going through and anything they may have questions about, and always having to resort to just shutting down and keeping things for themselves, being very careful with their words, feeling like they were always walking on eggshells. They could set off a bomb at any time, right? When the bomb is the parent and the reactions that they were used to getting from them. And a lot of the times they do recognize that their parents did love them. They did have that at least some connection of love with the parent, right? But most of the times they just felt like they could never do anything right for them. They felt like they were never truly worthy or capable of getting the attention and love that they felt was missing from their parent, right? They may have just had a service level connection for most of their life with them. And when this happens, they never develop that core confidence in themselves. They never connect with themselves in a healthy way at a young age. And a lot of the times they develop survival mechanisms that they use to, in a way, protect themselves, right? From being hurt, from being physically, emotionally abused, from being reprimanded constantly, protecting themselves from others in that way, right? Whether it's self-isolation, whether it's accepting terrible habits or terrible traits from a partner just to gain that emotional connection from somebody, whether it's constantly overthinking or being anxious about what they're going to do or say in order to avoid any possible negative outcomes, right? There could be an infinite number of them. So that just kind of spirals out of control for a lot of people over time. And when this happens, they realize that a lot of their life they've lived this way, right? In spite of this, and whenever they begin to become conscious of all these negative habits, of these self-survival mechanisms or self-sabotage, as some people call them, becoming aware, being conscious of all these things makes it becomes a feeling of them needing to change something, of needing to finally reach that next level in their life, right? Of becoming free of these things. So I like to tell people that ignorance is a flawed bliss for a lot of people, right? Because without becoming aware of these things, you could go on living the rest of your life, right? Feeling the same things over and over again, whether it's worthlessness, emptiness, whether it's just being okay in self-isolation and all these, whatever your habit may be, right? Whatever your life may look like. And finally becoming aware of these things is going to be like a thorn in your side, right? Or a thorn in your foot, always telling you or giving you an inkling that there may be something better for your life, right? A better way to see yourself, your reactions to others, the outlook you have on life, of what you're capable of the goals you have set and how accomplishable they are, or just overall more joy, more peace of mind in your life, right? There is more available to you. So whenever I begin to dig into these things with people and try and help them find a better outlook for themselves, that's all I'm doing, right? Is just simply guiding them and showing them that they can have that clarity that they had a lot inside of themselves all along, but it's just covered over and in a way covered in muck, right? And dirt and mud and all these things that have been happening in their past and their young in their upbringing and their childhood.